Hey Cancer, welcome back to my channel. There won't be an extended for this one, so hopefully this reading will suffice. But if you were after a private reading with me, please feel free to browse the show more section below for all the details. Otherwise, let's jump into it, Cancer. Okay, already got one card. I will be doing reversals in this reading. Okay, so we've got the Magician, the Moon, the Star, Two of Pentacles, and we'll use four more cards to bring 8 together with my other deck. There it is. Cancer. Okay, Cancer, what I love here is that you're making a decision, okay? You're making a decision and you're going to own it, all right? So some of you are arriving into something. The Six of Swords, this speaks about a journey. It could be a long-distance relationship for some of you. That's actually going to be in the physical. So for some, there may be a reunion. No more back and forth here. Well, maybe a little bit with the Two of Wands. But these are the ships. Two of Pentacles, this means, you know, trying to juggle things. So maybe the ping-ponging, the back and forth is going to stop. Okay, so for some of you, if there's been a bit of maybe manipulation, the Magician reversed, okay, it might not... Sometimes I feel like the Magician represents repetitive behavior. And if he's reversed, and again, the infinity symbol here is reversed, I think it could indicate that you no longer is there a lot of back and forth. You're entering a new phase in your relationships, actually. And where you previously had a lot of indecisiveness, I think that could calm down a little bit. And the fact that you've come up as your own sign with the Moon, Cancer, speaks volumes of the wonderful things you can expect. Now, there's quite a bit of air energy. You do have an Aquarius with the Star card, Four of Swords, Six of Swords. Some of you may be dealing with an air sign here, or it could indicate something to do with communication. So if things have been quiet, I do feel like they're going to pick up again because you're crossing a bridge. You're going to agree on something with someone, and it's going to lead your relationship or your connection in the right place. It could be with someone you know online, okay? It could be someone that you feel you're destined to connect with, or someone you've been together for quite some time here. But I feel like you're moving into that, moving with the Six of Swords. Okay, speaks about that journey that's taking place. The Knight of Pentacles is reversed. Now, he often represents things that represent stability, but he's a little bit reversed in this case. I think of emotional stability, Cancer. You're still finding your feet here in regards to a connection. You may still, if this is like a new connection, you may be still wondering if this person can give you emotionally what you want and need. So there may be a few questions here. And I do want to say, with the Knight, sorry, did I say King? I meant Knight. With the Knight of Pentacles, actually in this deck, he's on a unicorn here. So this is seeing someone or something as very rare, but it's reversed. So it could be, Cancer, you finally learn or come to see that someone that you're dealing with isn't as rare. Maybe you really put them on a pedestal. There's idolatry normally with the Magician, but in this case, he's reversed. So this is not the idolatry, the reverence, the specialty that he's normally addressed with. So it's either you might be seeing someone for who they really are, their true character. It's almost like they seem more real to you, Cancer. I think in some ways you might have really, this person might have really dazzled you, okay, dazzled you in a very major way. Maybe that you saw them as a bit of a superstar, but something's going to happen that I think is going to show how real this person is. It could be that they open up about their past, okay, Cancer. It might even be you. It might even be that this person comes to learn more about you. But I feel like with the Moon card, I do think it can be around the past somehow. All right? Some of you may be having an ex coming back in. And, you know, but I feel like it's a rarity. The rarity is reversed, though. So something that was rare becomes common, I feel. But it's not really the ping-ponging, the back and forth that you've had, Cancer. I think that's different. But it's almost like it's going to make you feel more hopeful, especially if you felt like, oh, this person is too good for me, or they do this, or we're too different in that sense. You've got destiny sitting right next to you here, Cancer. Now, for some of you, it could indicate that you're destined to be with the person you're connecting with, or you might be connecting with someone very special during this time. That destiny, the star card, will essentially bring the two of you together. It could be an Aries, a Cancer, an Aquarius. Could even be two of wands. Could be a long-distance foreign lover coming in around you. But I think things are definitely calming down. Four of Swords is a sense of calm. And, you know, the busyness and the chaos of the Two of Pentacles, it's reversed here. So things are calming down a little bit more. It's not as frantic, Cancer. It's a much more cool, calm energy. And again, I think that's the movement that we're seeing with the Six of Swords. It's like you're moving on to the next phase or the next cycle. It's almost like you might not even be as vocal or as expressive as you once were as well. The Magician is very flamboyant. He shares his tricks and talents. But in this instance, he's reversed. He normally has things laid out on the table, but he's reversed here. So maybe you're not sharing as much. Or when you do talk about your emotions, maybe you're not giving away too much. I do feel like there's an outpour or a confession with the star. The star can also be healing, so it could definitely indicate you're in a more healing phase in your relationship, or you're sending out those vibes. The moon can also be kindness and compassion. It's a card of emotional security, or needing someone to be your emotional blanket, you know, your safety blanket here, Cancer. I think it's you that needs this because you've come up as that energy. But there's twin towers. Could that indicate a twin flame union coming together? Absolutely. But see how they're both watchtowers. It's almost like you're both watching each other's behavior, Cancer. So you might be monitoring someone's behavior here, or they could be monitoring yours, seeing if you do certain things that they dislike, seeing how you'll act after what you've spoken about, seeing how you'll conduct yourself if you're in no contact, for an example. So it's almost like the two watchtowers. You could be watching each other, because the star card is, we see the stars and we watch the stars. So it might be someone sort of keeping track, or you might be keeping track on social media, on if they're online on WhatsApp, for example, how often they're online, what friends they're hanging out with, which places they go to. You're watching, but it could be from afar, and it's coming from a place of you'd rather protect yourself and see how they behave, rather than you wanting to tell them how to behave, if that makes any sense at all. Because it's almost like you're resting and thinking here. And again, you've come up with the moon. Maybe it's almost like you've had a lot of back and forth, and now you want to see if there's still going to be more of that, because it might not be something you want, okay? The Magician reversed doesn't go after what he wants, so there might be something here that puts you off a little bit, Cancer. And I'm wondering if this is you're monitoring each other. It's almost like you're watching each other. Or it's almost like this is what they'll do next, or this is what I'm going to do next. And you could be playing a little bit. I don't think it's manipulation. I think you're coming from a more anxious place about it, like it's more connected to your emotions. But you could just be sick of the back and forth and you don't want that anymore. And you're seeing if that's going to end, and if it doesn't, then, you know. But I still feel like you're giving it your all with the star card. I will leave it at that though, Cancer. So I hope that has sort of made sense for some of you watching. I do hope it has been helpful.